to the Fantasy NASCAR podcast. I am Racing the Prize. One of my favorite features of the Fantasy NASCAR spreadsheet for super speedways is the Randomizer tab. And as we know, super speedway races are, well, completely random at times. It's a survival race, and the drivers that end up in the optimal lineup or in the real life top 10 can be quite honestly random. And we can try to do our best to pick the guys that we like or the drivers that statistically tend to finish well at these races. Or we know that sometimes it's random, so we can use a randomizer. And what this tab will do here at Randomizer, every time the page refreshes, hey, you want a random pick? It's going to do that. So if I just change the data and give it cell, it's going to give something else. See how that works. So this one will give us a random pick. This will give us a random driver under 700, random under 600, random above 8,000. Give me 6 random picks. I know sometimes it's going to do a repeat. It's not a perfect tool, but it's the best that I could do in throwing something together. We can also do some more finite or specific randomization. Give me a random driver starting 10th or back, 15th or further back, 20th or further back, 25th or further back. How about 6 picks, and all of these drivers should be 10th or further back. Boom, there it is, whole line. How about you decide this is going to be a crazy wreck fest? I'm going to draw a line at 20th. I'm going to chase place differential. There it is. It's going to randomly assign 6 drivers starting 20th back, 25th or further back. How about we decide we want 4 from the back, 4 from 25th or further back, and then give me 2 of the more elite plays. Now, what we're saying in elite plays are elite in the back, not just really good drivers. We're looking at elite drivers starting in the back. And it's going to give you 4 from 25th back, and then 2 of the elites. 4 from, maybe you want to draw your line at 20th. Maybe you want to expand your driver pool, and then give me 2 of the better statistical plate racers in the back. Not really the best plate racers, but the good, generally good plate racers who are starting in the back. Maybe you really want to get aggressive and try to get away from some of the more chalky plays. You move it to 10th. There it is. It randomly does that. And then it'll also do a 5-1 build as well. Just something to kind of play around with. Like I said, every time the page refreshes, it's going to give you something new, something more unique. If you're goofing around, something fun to mess around with. You can also go over here and uncheck people and say, well, I don't want this guy in the pool. And so it's going to do some randomization, but it will not include the pole position, which you probably aren't going to play anyway. Maybe you want to just take out, Jimmy Johnson. You don't believe in him. So it's going to do randomization, but it's not going to have Jimmy Johnson as that pool. Or randomization, we don't want Bubba Wallace. He's too chalky. I don't want him in my lineup. So something kind of neat to mess around with. Not really an earth-shattering tool. Not something like The Sims where they're going to hype up. Well, we run 3,000 million different algorithmic calculations, and this is how this is. No, it's a pretty light tool, but a simple tool. Just another feature at the Fantasy NASCAR spreadsheet. Fun thing to goof around with. Maybe you're building some lineups. You want to go in a different direction. You want to separate yourself from your own subjective bias. And I just wanted to talk about that. So hopefully you enjoy it. See you around.